Hey y'all, I'm here again with some Seduce me. I don't know why I just went into a southern accent. Except for maybe the fact that I said y'all and I can't find my glass. That has nothing to do with the southern accent. But we're back with some Seduce me. And I wasn't eating Kit Kats earlier, but I got so fucked up that I just gave up on recording this. So now we're retrying. And yeah, we're gonna go for it, and hopefully I won't fuck up really this time. And yeah, that's all good. So this is part 2 of Eric, which overall is part, I don't remember anymore, probably like 9 or something. Anyway, as soon as I got into my room, a wave of exhaustion hit me. Why am I so tired all of a sudden? I just woke up from that nap. Dragged myself to my bed and hauled up one of my bags, not one of my bugs. My bugs. I opened it and grabbed my economics book, knowing that no matter how tired I was, I had to study at least a page or two before sleeping at last. The words on the page scrambled in my mind as I read through them, but after 2 or 3 tries, I managed to understand what the page was about. Equations. Ugh. And finally, though, I decided to change into my pajamas and head to bed. Today had been a long day, and I needed the rest. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. 3 days of surprises in a row would kill me. With that thought in my mind, and death awaiting me, I drifted to sleep, embracing the darkness of slumber.
You fucking pretty boys think you're all that, huh? Well, save that to the end of my pistol.
I want you all to know that I'm staring into the camera like I'm on The Office right now. What the fuck is going on? I couldn't move my body. It felt like I was tied up, and I couldn't see anything beyond the darkness that surrounded me. Yet I could hear the sounds of a heated argument coming at me from all directions, not all sides. Please stop laughing right in my ear.
One move and she gets it.
Let her go!
Matthew?
Like you scare me,
Fuck.
Sam. Come on. Take one step. I dare ya.
Okay, well, you could just go back to part 4, probably, and check what Sam actually said, if you're really curious and want to hear him say it again. All Sam said was, "Come on, chicken shit, fight us like a real man." Yeah, sorry, I hit the spacebar too many times in a row. Why can't I see anything?
Stay away from her, Malix!
And what are you gonna do, nerd boy?
I love when I learn somebody's name. It's like, oh yes, here is your name now. Suddenly, I felt myself pulled to one side, and arms wrapped around my body protectively.
I've got you. Don't worry.
I wasn't worried, Eric. Eric. Babe. New boyfriend. As I was held in a tight embrace, I felt the world around me once again settle into a low, peaceful hum. The hostility of the dream before had faded into black as the arms around me rocked me confidently, and as I attempted to pick my phone up off the ground. Yep. Okay. Slowly, I slammed my phone into my laptop. That's what happened. Though, my eyes fluttered open, and I looked up at the person holding me. It was Damien. I stared into the eyes of Damien. His face was painted with worry and concern, and I knew he must have seen my dream. Why did I dream of my new boyfriend holding me, though?
You can't control your dreams.
Oh, well, I guess you're right.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. What time is it?
It's 9 a.m. James and I were making breakfast when
You creeped. You know, actually, I have, this question about how far away he can be and, read your thoughts, sort of thing. I don't know. I have some questions. And concerns. You can't control your mind reading?
No, not yet at least. I hope to learn eventually, though.
Huh. Yeah, I needed to check something really quickly. Um, so I was checking the achievements on Steam for any of you who are curious. So there's one for everybody's true endings. You get one for completing the fucking prologue, for renaming the main character. Aside from like the endings and stuff, yeah, those are all endings actually. I also need to check which endings there were. There's one for finding the books, which I did last time. There's another one that I will get where you fight Malik yourself. I'm gonna try to get the data proofs one this time, where I impress the house party guests. If you hit the duck, you get an achievement for that. That's an ending, and I will do that one as well. There's like 3 more that are like extra things, but then there's also you get one for turning down sex but keeping your true love. Like, I don't know why. That's the thing. The reason to do both endings is because you get art gallery crap for the other ones, but you know.
Is everything alright?
Yes, now that you're here, but yeah. I'm alright.
That's good. I'm assuming you had a nightmare.
Yep. Sorry for disturbing you both. Now please get out of my
Don't
bedroom.
disturb us, miss. Besides, we'd rather make sure you're okay before anything.
I'll fucking bang you if you don't get out of my room. I mean, thank you.
Now, why don't you come downstairs with us and have some breakfast? I'm sure some nice food will take your mind off of what you dreamt of.
You could fucking help. Better not be fucking bacon and eggs again. I swear to God. It was embarrassing to be the damsel in distress once again, but I felt rather happy that... Hold on. Deciding to clean your mic in the middle of recording is probably not a good idea. But, I felt rather happy that James and Damien were concerned for me, despite only knowing me for a short time. I wasn't sure if it was just courtesy, or if they were genuinely concerned. Maybe both. I don't know. They're both nice sorts, you know? I couldn't exactly read minds. Their minds. Or minds at all. Alright. Only if it's not bacon and eggs. Are you fucking kidding me? The 2 boys led me back into the dining room, where the smell of bacon and eggs danced in the air. The smell wafted from the kitchen and made its way into the room, making me want to fucking vomit. Breakfast smells disgusting.
We should be done with breakfast soon. If you want to sit down at the table, you can.
Yeah, I nodded before sitting down. As I sat down, however, my mind drifted back to the dream I had. That feeling of hostility around me made my body shudder instinctively, even though I knew it wasn't real. However, as my eyes closed, I felt a hand place itself on top of my head, breaking me out of my thoughts. Huh?
Morning. You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sam, the owner of the hand on my head, raised an eyebrow at me before rustling my hair and moving away to sit down at the table. He then barked towards the kitchen where James was working.
Hey! Is the food done yet? I'm starving! There's no need to yell, Sam! You're yelling too! Don't argue with me!
From behind me, my new boyfriend appeared and sat beside me, rubbing his temples in obvious annoyance.
Can we not yell this early in the morning? It's not like we're in the castle.
Castle? For some reason, when I heard the word castle, I couldn't help but yell in surprise. These guys had a castle? Sam looked at me and smirked at my reaction.
Yeah, we have a castle back home. Our dining room's 10 times bigger than this room.
This dining room looks smaller than my own dining room. Like, I'm not even kidding. I don't like this dining room. It's like weird. It has a, okay, first of all, it has a mirror in it. Like it has a fucking vanity in it. We don't have a kitchen table apparently. And there's an armchair in here. This place is weird.
And wouldn't it be logical to not yell?
Whatever.
Soon James and Damien appeared. Hands full of plates that carried bacon. Ew. Eggs. Ew. Toast. Alright. And waffles. I cosplay Belgium. I like waffles. They placed the plates down by each seat before seating themselves.
My favorite.
My least favorite.
Finally.
I fucking hate bacon and eggs. This looks disgusting. Except for the toast and waffles. Thanks for that.
It's our pleasure.
Oh my god. All of a sudden my phone began to ring, ushering me to pull it from my pocket and answer. Hello?
Hey, good morning. Guess who's at your door right now?
I love how I blushed, like, oh my god, the lesbians came for me. Right on cue, there was a knock from the front door. My heart stopped. The lesbians were here.
I'll get it.
My heart quickly began to pound in my chest. Matthew was in the foyer and he gets to the door first. I instantly jumped up out of my chair and rushed out of the dining room. As I passed through archway between the dining room and foyer, I saw Matthew reach his hand for the brass door handle, causing the world to go into slow motion. Matthew, don't! Before my words could reach his ears, Matthew had opened the door and revealed the surprised faces of Naomi and Suzu, the lesbians. The world around me stopped, as the gaze kept their eyes on Matthew, who merely stared back in fear and embarrassment. I could feel the air go from warm to freezing in a matter of seconds.
Hi?
I could not believe this was happening. How was it going to explain this? This week was already bad enough. To make matters worse, I was frozen in place. Please, for God's sake, someone do something other than stand there.
Who are you?
Suzu, let me explain.
What's going on here?
I said fucking explain, Naomi.
Who's at the door, Matthew?
Oh, for the love of God. Soon the other incubi appeared in the lobby with us. This situation was not getting prettier. Except for it was very pretty because I have a bunch of beautiful men with me. I had to think fast. They're my brothers.
They're your brothers?
That's what I said, Naomi.
Since when did you have brothers?
Since fucking always, Suzu. There's no use. There was no time to lie to them. I felt helpless. Then I felt a hand on my shoulder and felt the tension in my body almost fade away. Turned my head to see James smile at me before stepping in front of me.
We must apologize, ladies. We know this situation must be confusing for everyone. Let's take this to the dining room and we'll explain everything.
I stared at James wide-eyed. Is he going to tell them who they were? Everything seemed surreal. But, before I knew it, I was led to the dining room along with Susie and Naomi, and sat across from their confused gays. Get it? Because they're fucking gay for each other. And for me. As the lesbians sat down, Eric and Matthew placed their untouched plates of food in front of them, surprising their guests.
Whoa, this looks amazing.
My ankle hurts.
Thank you.
Our pleasure, ladies. We hope you enjoy your meals.
I really want McDonald's.
Make sure you dig in.
I looked at Naomi and the other lesbian. I keep wanting to call them just the lesbians. I looked at Naomi and Suzu, gay 1 and gay 2. We're gay 2 and gay 1. I don't know, it doesn't matter. As they began to eat, visibly enjoying every bite they placed in their mouths. Plural. Hopefully the food would ease their minds for whatever James wanted to reveal. As the lesbians ate their impromptu meals, James and the other boys stood behind my chair, making me grow more red in the face.
So, Anderson, are you gonna tell us what's going on?
Well, you see, gently, my ex-husband, my old husband, placed a hand on my shoulder again, signaling me to just eat my food. As we began to eat, he spoke to Naomi and Zuzu.
We are Miss Anderson's house servants. We were hired by her late grandfather to help around the mansion, but since he has passed, we now assist Miss Anderson with living on her own.
That makes sense. It's such a huge house.
A huge house for a wonderful princess such as Miss Anderson deserves the greatest of servants to care for it.
Thanks, boyfriend.
But why are you all dressed so casually and stuff? Aren't servants supposed to have uniforms or whatever?
Well, Miss Anderson allows us to get comfy while we work, so she lets us wear casual clothes.
Yeah, something like that.
We're sorry if we made this situation awkward earlier.
We're very sure that Miss Anderson is also still getting used to having us as her servants. It would be very hard to explain after just a day.
I guess.
So, if I may ask, what brings you two ladies here?
Well, we wanted to see how our friend was doing. Since it's the weekend and all, usually we hang out and just chill.
Suzu and Naomi like to drag me around everywhere as their third wheel so they can make out in front of me and make me feel jealous. But guess what? Joke's on you because Eric and James are both my boyfriends now.
Yeah, like going to the arcade and stuff.
And making out and
Or
stuff.
the Pink Lady Cafe.
And making out and stuff.
There's an arcade?
And the Pink Lady Cafe, Matthew. God, don't you listen?
That makes a lot of sense, ladies. Well, we don't wish to disturb you any further than we have, so we'll take our leave and start preparing the house.
Huh? Preparing for what?
We gotta prep the house for some sort of housewarming party thing.
Our princess's parents requested a housewarming party to be held here soon.
And by soon, they mean tonight.
Oh, well, I guess we can help out or something. Right, Naomi?
I thought you wanted to go to the arcade.
That's like slang for Naomi being like, I thought that you wanted to go make out.
This housewarming thing is more important.
Then us making out?
No need. We can handle it. If you'd like to, miss, you can go out with your friends while we handle things here.
Are you fucking kidding?
Seriously?
Sam, not now.
Thanks, Damien. Well, I wanted to help out, but at the same time, I wanted to go out with my friends. No, not really. I didn't really want to go out with my friends, because they're just gonna, have me be third wheel. James gave me a look of understanding, letting me know that if I left, everything would be okay. I had to make a decision. I'll stay and help around the house. Again.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Besides, it is my housewarming party. I should help out too.
Want us to help out as well?
I think we've got it all taken care of, though. So, you two can go and make out.
All right. We'll head on out then, so we're not in the way.
Yeah, thank God for that. Now go fucking make out without me. Jesus Christ.
It's all good, Anderson. We'll definitely come to the housewarming party tonight.
Yeah, you better. I led them back into the lobby and walked them to the doors, opening it for them with a thankful smile. They both gave me hugs before walking out to Naomi's car, which was parked in the driveway because they came here again. And I thought they left. I was happy that they wanted to help, but I had to do this on my own. With my boyfriend. My new boyfriend, not my old boyfriend. It was not their work, so I didn't want to force it on them, just because they were my best gays. We had the entire day to work. The party was tonight, and we had to do all we could to make everything right. We sat down and talked about what needed to happen before the party started that night. Each guy had been assigned a different part of the party to do. And right after lunch, we began to work. Since everything was taken care of by at least one incubus, James told me I could assist one of them. The question was, who? Guys, how about you take a guess? Just take a guess who I'm gonna pick. Eric! I stayed in the dining room, knowing that the table had to become a buffet table. I don't think that's gonna fit a buffet. As I looked around the room carefully, I noted that the floor needed waxing and the table surfaces needed major... What? Okay, first of all, I've apparently been eating off of a dusty table. And second of all... Okay, no. First of all, first things first. How the fuck is it this dusty if my grandfather only died 2 days ago? Second of all, you really expect us to be able to wax the floor? No, fuck that. You get to wax it. Eric came up next to me, lowered a small mop. What? Okay. Lowered a small mop and bucket he had brought in onto the floor and rolled his sleeves up higher on his arm before looking at me with a raised eyebrow.
Are you sure you want to work with me with cleaning this place up? It'll be a lot of cleaning and tidying. Plus, we have to move the chairs to the corner.
Isn't he such a sweetheart, like when he's not flirting? I shook my head, rolling up my sleeves and walking to the table, grabbing a hold of a chair. I think I can handle lifting a couple of chairs and moving them. Eric smiled at me with a soft chuckle before following my lead. Eventually, we moved all the chairs to the corner of the room and began cleaning the room and the table. Silence consumed the air as we both focused on cleaning. I decided to start mopping the floor, but as I stepped towards the bucket, my foot rolled over a small, fluffy object, causing me to slid. Yeah! Before I hit the floor, however, I wound up in the arms of Eric, staring up at him in a dance-like dip while gripping onto his shirt. His face held pure concern as he held on and looked down at me. I think I just tripped over Simon Tabby.
Are you all right, princess?
I think that was Simon Tabby. Well, I can't push him away, obviously. Oh, there we go. All I could do was nod as I stared at Eric. He was genuinely concerned. There was no flirtation or smirk on his face. It was cute to see a new side of him. Eric let out a small sigh in relief.
That's a relief. You didn't twist your ankle, did you?
No, I'm fine. Gently, I felt Eric's arm dip under my knee so he could lift me up bridal style. I gripped tighter onto his shirt before he sat me on the table and knelt down to look at my feet. I'm really fine. Actually, I have problems of twisting my ankles a lot, so maybe. Eric didn't speak as he gently looked over my ankles, like massaging them to test for pain. I didn't feel any pain. I felt pleasure. We're gonna have sex. Sex! 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 Table sex! Table sex! I hit my lip as Eric gently massaged his fingers over my skin. I had foot massages before, but Eric had amazing skill. Each touch and press sent a wave of pleasure running up my spine. I had to fight to hold back a moan. Oh, baby, that's right. We're gonna have table sex. Eric's face, though, didn't shift to any of mischief or seduction. It remained as concerned as ever. He was full of surprises. Eventually, he finished looking over my feet and smiled in relief. He slowly stood up and smiled his usual smile at me with a small giggle. He giggled.
You were right, princess. You were fine.
Yeah, what did I fucking say? Eric gently lifted me off of the table and lowered me to the floor before placing a swift kiss onto my forehead and continuing his work. I stood there for a moment. Like, damn, son. We're not gonna have table sex? What? Before slowly walking to the bucket and finishing and cleaning as well. My heart continued to pound as we both finished cleaning that room. The hour of the house party had arrived. In my mind, I kept double and triple checking the essentials for the party. Knowing my dad, he invited his business partners and the executives of the Anderson Company to show me off. I stood in front of my mirror in my room, staring at my form as a million thoughts ran through my mind. It was just a housewarming party, but at the same time, it wasn't. It was my chance to show my dad that I was better than his expectations. It was a chance for me to see my parents as a woman. It was my chance to see my parents as a woman. All I wanted to do is see my parents turn into a giant woman. A giant woman. All I want to be is someone who gets to see a giant woman. Okay. It was my test to see if I was really ready to live on my own. Well, not truly alone. I had the incubator to thank, but even so, I didn't have my dad guiding me or my mom helping me through living alone. A knock on my door broke through my thoughts, surprising me. Who is it?
Hey, are you okay in there? Your parents should be here soon, so you should hurry getting ready.
Well, I'm ready, but...
But what? I'm sure you look fine, Anderson. Just come on out.
Alright. So you two can, get gay for me. As soon as I opened the door to the hall, I watched as Naomi's and Suzu's faces turned from smiles to complete awestruck stares. What?
Dude, you look hot.
Yes, I too call all my friends hot, Suzu. That's good.
Yeah, you look amazing. Where did you get that dress?
Well, I've had it for a while. I just never had the chance to wear it. I figured I might as well bring it out now, considering this is the only time in the entire fucking game I'm going to change my clothing. I stepped out of my room and closed my bedroom door behind me. As I walked down the hall to the grand lobby, the incubi stood waiting for me at the bottom, all dressed to the nines as proper servants.
Whoa, they really know how to dress well, don't they?
Yeah. I was slightly taken aback on how great the boys looked in uniform. Each had the poise of a perfect gentleman. Even Sam. I slowly began to climb down the steps with Susie and Naomi behind me. The boys watched as I descended the staircase one step at a time, like knights waiting for their princess. I felt my face slightly flush, but I quickly shook my head to try and regain my thoughts. As I reached the last step, James offered his hand out to me and walked me down that final step, smiling.
As beautiful as a princess, miss.
Wink wonk. I mean, what?
So, are you prepared for tonight?
I'm gonna ace this thing. Yes, I'm ready. I had to be confident in my skills. My dad expected a lot out of me already. If I faltered at this party, who knows what he would think of me? I had to assure myself in every word that came out of my mouth that I was ready. The other boys smiled assuringly at me, which made me feel a little better about everything. I looked at my phone and marked the time. Almost right on cue, the doorbell rang. I gulped. I could practically feel my dad's aura from behind the door. Sam and Eric quickly rushed to the door and opened the double doors wide to reveal my parents, both dressed in their best. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Oh my, I didn't know your bequeathment came with servants.
Hey, Mom, I heard you talking shit about Susie the other day at school.
It was probably
I'm still not over that.
Besides, who would deny good service?
I was completely shocked. My parents didn't question the boys. They didn't ask for verification or anything. I looked at the boys and noticed Sam and Eric staring intently at my parents. Were they using their powers on them? They had to be. There was no way they'd be okay with this otherwise.
I guess the servants counted as belongings to the house.
That's rude. My mother quickly rushed to me and gave me a large hug. I hugged her back, inhaling her perfume. It had only been a couple days, but living away from the ones who raised me was hard. My mother soon let me go and looked at my outfit.
Gorgeous. You look so lovely. David, look at your daughter and tell her I'm right.
Have you guys never seen this dress before? I looked at my dad, who was looking around the foyer like an inspector. I stood my ground, waiting for him to look at me. When he did, he let a small smile grace his lips.
Your mother's right. You look like you're all grown up.
Well, thanks, Dad. The world around me stopped as my heart pounded hard in my chest. Did my dad just compliment me? On his own accord? My mother was grinning ear to ear at his words. I was beyond speechless. Thank you, Daddy. However, his cold face quickly returned as he began to look around once again.
I assume that you're ready, then, to impress the rest of the guests, correct?
What do you mean?
The entire board from Anderson Toys is coming tonight. Even the vice chairman's son will be coming. All of them will be measuring your potential.
Tell vice chairman's son to suck my dick. My potential for what now?
To become CEO of the company.
Who said I want to be CEO of a fucking company? I knew it. Something was off about tonight, and now this party had become much more than I anticipated. I gulped silently, but I nodded in response. Literally, I thought that I was, already aware of this. Yes, my father is going to show me off to the entire board of directors. Yeah. I looked at but I don't know where I was, but I looked at the incubi, but they were continuing to be servants for my father's approval. I looked behind me and saw the lesbians raise their thumbs at me for encouragement. I let out a small breath before feeling my body accept the situation. I felt a weight in my gut, but I had to hide it. As if time zoomed forward, all of a sudden, the main hall of the lobby was full of guests. Men and women in formal or business attire showed up to meet me and my new home. I didn't expect many to come, but I was once again surprised that night. I shook hands with many officials and executive members, putting on the professional face my dad had trained me to have. I felt overwhelmed, but I hid it well behind a small smile and a handshake. Many even asked me questions. I tried my best to reply as maturely as possible. I had to remember, say what they want to hear, not what you want to say. I'm gonna try not to fuck this up.
So, how do you feel living on your own at such a young age?
I'm doing my best.
I'm so sorry about your grandfather passing away. It really hit all of us hard.
Thank you for your condolences.
Do you have college plans?
Yes, I do. I felt like the questions came up one after another. It was tough to answer some of them because they weren't about me. They were about the company.
What do you think will happen with the company now that your grandfather has passed?
It will get back on track soon.
What do you think of the philanthropic policy the company has?
It's a policy that reflects my own personal values, so I personally think it's great.
Do you think the company should expand from just toys?
It's a possibility. Eventually the questions stopped and I was back to being myself. Being by myself, apparently. Naomi and Suzu were being gay in the crowds and kissing and making out, and I was like, God, stop, y'all. If I can't make out with my boyfriend, y'all can't make out with each other. And the incubi were doing their jobs, so I was all alone in a room full of strangers. It was unnerving to think about, but at least I wasn't being questioned left and right anymore. Suddenly, though, my mom pushed her way through the crowd to me, bringing along someone I didn't know.
Honey, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This kind gentleman is the son of the vice chairman.
Mom, tell him to suck my dick. With my mother stood a man who looked only a couple years older than me. He smiled and held out his hand to me, silently asking for my hand.
Hi, I'm Andrew Lewis. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Anderson.
Fuck off. Andrew was slightly taken aback, but gently smiled and lowered his hand with a nod in return. My mother smiled at both of us, which made me slightly concerned. Why was she excited to introduce me to Andrew?
So, you organized this party very well, Miss Anderson. ... I apologize if I made you uncomfortable in some way.
Fuck off and get out of my house. Andrew then chuckled nervously, bringing a soft fist to his lips to cover his laugh properly before smiling at me. My God, fucker, get out of my house.
I'm sorry if I seem a little forward. I've just been excited to meet Harold Anderson's granddaughter.
Honest to God, if I could just, say nothing to him this entire time, I would. I'm just not gonna say anything.
He used to talk about you all the time in the office on how you helped him refine his toys. I only attended meetings and heard all of the stories. You helped a lot with the success of the company without having to actually work there.
So my grandfather apparently just never retired. He just continued working until he died. That would explain everyone's fascination with me and their rather personal questions. I looked to Andrew, who had a kind face to me. Something about him seemed off. I didn't know what it was. He seemed to be hiding something. Whether it was good or bad, I was not able to find out, and also, I just didn't give a fuck because he's the most boring character in this entire game. And I say that with, my father being a character. I felt someone walk up beside me, causing me to turn to them. Next to me was my dad, giving his cold stare to Andrew, who suddenly became tense. Thanks, Dad.
So, you're Jared's son.
Yeah, even Jared has a fucking name, but, my mom doesn't. What? Andrew's body twitched slightly. Whether it was fear or insult, Andrew locked eyes with my father. I couldn't help but feel the tension between them. It irked me how fragile the air had become. Enough to break, the wrong word.
You're the one who wants to be the next CEO of the Anderson Company.
Well...
I stared at Andrew. Oh, yawning. Oh, this guy wanted to take my grandfather's place as CEO? I thought the vice chairman wanted the position.
David, leave the poor boy alone.
I'm merely testing the boy's conversational skills. Nothing wrong with that.
Of course not, sir.
And polite as well. Interesting.
If you'll excuse me.
Get out of my house. There he goes. Quickly, Andrew retreated away from my family into the crowd of people. Stand put. watched as he disappeared into the crowd towards the back of the house. I literally did not give a fuck. There he goes. He's out of my house. Thank God.
He's not CEO material.
That's because you practically interrogated the young man.
A little questioning shouldn't have bothered him. He's obviously not ready for any title in our company.
I totally agreed with him, honestly, but I wasn't going to say anything. Because if I, said a wrong word, he'd lecture me in front of everybody. And that was not something that I wanted at my housewarming party. I let out a sigh before looking at the clock. It was getting close to midnight. I think the party was going to end soon. It's 1 a.m. for me right now. I lowered my gaze out the window and saw a limo pull up. Huh? Whose limo is that?
Oh, that must be Lewis's car.
I'll go get him. Stay with your father so you can escort your guests out together.
My rich-ass family. Yes, Mom. My mother left my dad and me to slowly escort the guests out. My dad held his simple smile as he thanked each person for coming. I did the same. Andrew quickly passed the doors before I could speak. Thank God he's out of my house again. Eventually, only the lesbians, my parents, and the incubi were left. Oh. My dad suddenly walked over and placed a hand on my shoulder with a smile. I stared up at him, a wave of confusion washing over my face. I want to, superiorly fuck it up next time. College? Who needs that? I'm thirsty. What? What?
You did good tonight. I'm proud.
Oh. Thank you, Dad.
Keep it up and you'll be a good CEO.
Oh. Right.
All right. Your mother and I have to leave. I'm sure Naomi and Suzu need to leave as well. Just because it's Saturday doesn't mean you should stay up all night.
Oh. Right. That's all I've said.
Thanks for having us. It was a great party.
You two spent the entire time making out in the corner. I saw you.
We'll come visit tomorrow or something. All right?
Get out of my house.
Good night, sweetie. Come visit us soon.
Why would I do something like that? All 4 of my remaining guests left the building, all but my dad waving back to me. The last of the guests gone, I sighed and sat on the staircase, exhausted. That was tiring.
It's not like you had to do any work, though.
Do you want to go?
Break, man. She was getting interrogated left and right.
She handled herself the best she could.
As expected, princess.
Thanks, Eric.
Since you're exhausted, why not head to bed? We can clean up.
Hush, Sam.
Thanks, Eric. Are you guys sure?
Positive. It shouldn't take long.
Ho ho ho! It didn't take long to find you little shits after all.
That also didn't take long. I felt a hot shudder run down my spine. The voice from my dreams echoed through the air into my ears. I looked around, panicked, alongside the incubi. James placed a hand on my shoulder, trying to remain calm.
Don't worry. No one will hurt you.
Are you sure? Are you really sure?
Are you really sure? All of us shot our heads towards the doors, finally pinning down the direction of the voice. The doors quickly swung open, revealing a sight I would have never expected to see. Skin red as... Well, that's not really blood, but eyes black and gold piercing into mine, roughened up clothes and a pistol in his hand. I saw a monster. I covered my mouth not to scream at the sight. Dried blood covered the banana around his neck. And he smirked at me and the boys around me. Beside the red-skinned man was a similar-looking woman in matching thug-like clothes.
Oh, what's the matter, boys? You really didn't think I wouldn't find you, did you?
I hoped you would, you piece of...
All of a sudden, the man raised his gun at Sam's face and instantly pulled the trigger. We all gasped in shock, instinctively expecting to see a bullet run through Sam's face, hoping that it would. But...
What the fuck?
What?
What should have been a headshot ended with a loud but empty blank shot. The pistol echoed its empty shots as the man grew more and more pissed, pulling the trigger over and over in aggravation. Luckily for my ears, it became quieter after its first shot.
Why the fuck won't you work?
This place is protected.
What did you say, Shrimp?
This place has a seal, protecting it from hellborn magic.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Ah!
The man growled and threw his gun at Sam, who was able to dodge it in time. The pistol bounced off of the ground a couple of times before sliding further away, hitting the wall and a final stop. As it stopped moving, the gun faded into black flame that disappeared into the air.
The previous owner had this place protected by magic, Malix.
Malix. That was his name. His existence resonated in my memory from the dream I had. However, I looked to Matthew in the same confusion as Malix did. This place is protected by magic?
It would seem that your grandfather had some sort of protective barrier around this house. From the looks of it, it only disables hellborn magic.
Malix's face grew to that of extreme anger, his fist tightening as if he was crushing a stress ball.
Then what's stopping me from dragging your asses out and shooting you then?
You apparently don't have a gun anymore. Out of pure instinct, I stepped forward and placed myself between Malix and the boys. No power, Malix wasn't going to fight. I took that chance to stand up to him instead of being powerless like I was in the dream. Get out of my house! I've had enough of people in my house tonight. Get out! Malix growled at me, walking right up to me and leaning close to my face. I glared back, feeling my courage skyrocket.
Since when does a little stain like you give orders to a guy who can rip your pretty little head from your body?
You really don't think, do you? If you kill me, you'll be hunted down by more than just the police.
You little...
All of a sudden, I wanted to show you guys this. I felt a hand grip my hair and pull it back, forcing me to cry out and stare up at Malix. His eyes bored into mine as he cackled in my face.
Hey, let her go!
Sam! Eric!
Within mere seconds, Sam had punched Malix square in the jaw, forcing him to let my hair go. As I fumbled back, Eric caught me in his arms, gently pulling me away from Malix and back in their group. Oh, babe.
Come on, Sam. You and me. Right here. Let's go!
Come on, asswipe!
However, before both could fight, the woman stepped forward and placed a firm grip on Malix's shoulder.
That's enough, Malix.
That's Eris.
What? Who do you think you're speaking to, woman?
The girl who's going to help you kill them. Just not now.
Not now?
Not now! I stared as the girl spoke down at Malix. She looked the same, just like pure evil. However, she seemed to be concerned for Malix. Or for me. Dude, why isn't she a fucking romance option?
There's 5 of them and 2 of us. Even if we come back with the gang, they can have the place surrounded by human police.
Then we shoot everyone!
Think! If we shoot everyone, we'll be hunted. And it'll be a matter of time before makeshift paladins come and try to exorcise us.
The two growled at each other. They could have used their magic. I could sense that fire would glow from under their teeth. Malix grunted and glared at the boys. He pointed at James, wanting so badly to use his fingers like a knife.
Just wait, pretty boys. We'll get you and fuck you up real good.
Just get out of my house. Then Malix turned to me, moving his finger to point directly between my eyes.
And don't think you're safe. Step outside. I dare you.
Do you want to fucking go? Because I'll go right now. With that, Malix and the woman walked out of the mansion. The doors closed behind them, leaving the boys and I alone once again. The boys and me, actually, but whatever. Felt my knees give out from under me, forcing the boys to quickly turn to catch me.
Whoa, whoa! Are you alright?
Yeah, why was he here?
He's been closely tracking us. Our blood trail from the forest must have led him here.
God, fuckers.
We should have stopped him and finished it here.
For once, Matthew, I agree with you.
I stood up and rubbed my arms, feeling the goosebumps Malix left behind on me. I couldn't stop myself from shivering in fear of his words. Malix, was he a demon?
That son of a bitch is not a demon. He's a devil.
A devil. There's a difference.
Yes, demons come from a different plane of existence called the abyssal planes. Devils, however, come from one of the 7 circles of a place humans know as hell. Despite us not being human, we are very different creatures.
We actually have brains, for one. Devils always like to cause trouble and try to kill or torture others for their own enjoyment. Demons, like us, know when to use our powers and when not to. We're not stupid.
Oh, I have a cold.
Devils follow orders from higher-ups in their order, and their power only comes from their connection to hell. Demons all have free wills and don't rely on where they came from to use their powers.
This was all so confusing. Demons and devils and magic all existed. I happened to land in the middle of it. What do we do?
You're safe. You've been protected as well.
What?
What Damien's saying is that the magic that protects this place also protects you.
Your grandfather must have cast it when you last saw him or something of that nature. We can sense its aura around your body.
I couldn't believe my ears. This was the 3rd day of surprises, and this one took the cake in being the most surprising. Felt my head spin once again. I was about to die. What did I get myself into?
Miss, please don't worry. We'll find a way to train ourselves and become stronger to finally finish this feud.
I'm gonna kick his ass right now.
Until then, we'll protect you as much as we can. If Malix comes back, we'll be here for you.
Oh, my knee. But what about going outside? Can't I,
Like we said, you have a protection spell on you. Even if Malix attacks you, he won't be able to use his magic on you. He'd be just like any other human you can fight back against.
Good. I'm gonna kick his ass. Not yet, but I will kick his ass. I will assure you guys of this.
Didn't you say you knew Taekwondo?
Well, yeah. I felt somewhat relieved that I was mostly safe from Alex. Still, I could not help but feel very nervous and apprehensive about the future. The boys were safe here to train and become stronger, but what if Malix did the same? Even more so, I was lost about how my grandfather knew about magic. I had to find out. At least I had time. I went to bed that night feeling nervous. Despite the words of the incubi, I felt like a tiger to something I'd never be able to explain or prove. Magic, devils, demons. How did this all even happen? Should I really meddle with this situation? They're only staying until after they defeat Alex. That's right. They said they'd only stay until after they defeated Alex. After that, my life could go back to normal. Temporary insanity, as Kay would say. Kay is a character you're not going to meet until I do Naomi's route. I'm telling you right now. Question was then, would I want them to leave? My life went back to normal. Then I have to care for the house all on my own. I'd get to focus on my life instead of being distracted by the boys. I'd have to. My life. Where was my life going anyway? I was under pressure from my parents, with only my friends and the boys to comfort me. Without the boys, I'd have no way to hide from my responsibilities. Enough. Let's just sleep and deal with tomorrow when it comes. Defeating my sense of thought, I forced myself to sleep, unsure of what tomorrow had planned for me. Hopefully, whatever the future had for me, I would be ready for it. And that is the end of whatever part this is. Part 9, I think.